Hello again, my name's Nick and you're joining me, I don't know what week this is. This is the 5.5 month update following my Alevere weight loss journey. If you followed the journey, you could see I lost a heap of weight using Alevere in just 3 months. 3 stone I lost. So have I managed to keep it off? Well, the answer is mostly. I'm afraid I have had the bounce back that you get warned about with any kind of diet like this, and well, I'll go through my stats now, and hopefully I'm going to be able to pull this back in before things get out of control. I know no one would look at me now and say, oh, look at there's a fat guy. I know that, but it's about what I managed to achieve, and I'm just hanging on to a healthy BMI at the moment. I'm not doing too well, to be quite honest with you. So I finished on the 28th of November 2016. That was 5.5 months ago. In just over 2 weeks from now, it will be my 6-month post-diet kind of deadline, if you like. And in that time, I've been putting off making this video. I've gained 1 stone 2.3 pounds from my final weigh-in. Now my final weigh-in was 12 stone 7.7 pounds. Bizarrely, when I came off the diet, my weight continued to drop. I think as I was, moving on to 1600 calories a day, which seems like nothing now, that I was still losing weight on 1600 calories a day. The problem is I've tried to go back to calorie controlling where I am just counting the calories going in, and the weight loss is so slow compared to Alevere, which is obviously a scientific diet where you lose weight far more rapidly, and of course targeted weight loss, which is far more rewarding. I didn't get that from MyFitnessPal or Calorie Control, so I'm going to phone Alevere later today and say, look, what's next? I can't afford to do the whole thing again, but maybe I can just buy the sachets off of you, or maybe we can just arrange for me to come in for a monthly weigh-in. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a talk to them and see how they can help me. I know they are there to help me, but I've got to make that call. So where we are now, let's have a quick look first of all at the measurements. This is disastrous. So this is the first time I've done this since I finished the diet in November. So today's Wednesday the 10th of May. My stomach is now 99 centimeters. It's only 9 centimeters off. The number in brackets is how many centimeters less I am from my initial weight, initial measurements when I was right up there, nearly 16 stone. As you can see, I've wiped off a lot of the progress I've made there. Yes, okay, I'm still in a better position than I was. But really the stats are there. I won't bore you with all of that. Let's move on to the charts. The charts really show this. So first of all, let's look at this one. This is my weight, which is plotted over the months, and you can see there from the diet how my weight absolutely dropped off the scale with Alevere, and then I hit rock bottom, and at rock bottom I was 12 stone 5.1 pounds. Now that was after the diet, the 16th of December. I don't know why, that day was just very high. Today you can see I'm 13 stone 10, and you can see the journey from there to here has been a bouncy one. Okay, there's one crazy spike weight, that's obviously something that's gone wrong there, but you can see that my weight immediately bounced back, and then has plateaued at around 13 to 13 and a half stone, and it's starting to creep up again now, so I'm desperate to rein things in. Remember, I bought all of those clothes when I first finished the diet. Yeah, like 2 of them now fit. So I sold all my old fat clothes, if you like, bought a load of super skinny medium clothes, which made me look amazing and feel amazing when I was 12 stone 7. And they fitted for like a month, and then they didn't fit. So word of warning there, I thought it would be the motivation to get me back onto it. No, all I did was find the stuff that was baggier and just ignored the smaller shirts. It's bizarre, that mental state you go into. It's total denial, which is why I need help, which is why I guess all of us are considering Alevere or following Alevere, because we've tried it on our own in the past and it just doesn't work. For whatever reason, we're foodies, right? Let's admit that. And yeah, going it alone, trying to diet, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Okay, so going back to the old charts here. you can see there, this is an interesting one. So this is my fat mass. Now my fat mass is the percentage of fat in my body, but it's not BMI, it's a weird one, but I find this quite useful. You can see there that my weight really dropped, and then again, just like the other weight chart, I've kind of spiked back up and down, up and down, up and down. I seem to be plateauing at this level. The other one to show you, yeah, you can see at the lowest 15.5% on the 14th of December, then crept up to 19.9% now. Bizarrely though, I am way out of the healthy range now on my fat mass. You can see there, I only just dipped into it really at the end of the diet, so I'm really struggling, but fat is where I put on weight. I have fat cells. Sure, I emptied them on this diet, but they are filling up again, and that's where I hold weight. If you look at my BMI though, bizarrely, and you can see my desired weight there at 13 stone, I expected a little bit of a bounce back. I am still in a healthy BMI for my height and age. Looking at the fat mass, however, it's clear that that weight ain't muscle. If it was muscle, I think it would be healthy, but because my fat percentage is way off, I'm not healthy anymore. I've got to fix this. Yeah. If you look at my weight range there, sure, similar to the BMI, that pink zone is the healthy zone. I am in the healthy zone, but you know, 16th of December there, I was really where I should be for my height and age. Now these charts are only a guide, of course, and as you can see there, I am knocking on the door of slipping out of that. Those graphs are motivating in some ways, but ultimately soul destroying when they start to fall apart. Let's not forget there are a few positives here. Let's focus on the positives, right? Okay, so it's been 5.5 months, and in 5.5 months I put on a little over a stone. Alevere, I lost 3 stone in 3 months. So if you can afford to go on Alevere every few months, wow, this is a bargain. You know, it's great value. I can't afford to go on Alevere every 6 months. Not to that extent. I also have to remember that in that time I've had Christmas, I've had Easter, I've had a 3-week cruise, which if you've been on a cruise, you'll know is unlimited food 24/7. And if you're a foodie, well, it's very hard to avoid. I've also been on a ski holiday, which sounds healthy, but ultimately you're just going downhill and eating a lot of very stodgy, fatty food and drinking lots of, well, I avoided the beer actually. I was just drinking shorts. I still to this day avoid the beer because the beer for me really puts on weight. If I have beer, and I've tried it once, I had 2 pints of beer, the next morning I'd put on 4 pounds, and that 4 pounds stayed with me for 4 days. So what that's about, I don't know. Whether I've got some sort of intolerance, some wheat intolerance. If I drink rum and a mixer, no problem, no weight gain, I don't even get a hangover. So I'm avoiding beer like the plague. That's just me. What else have I tried? I've tried running. Yeah. Now, running to me is some form of horrific idea of hell. Yeah. But where I'd lost the weight, I'm now lighter on my feet, and it was incredible. So I started running with a friend who runs 11K 3 times a week, so much fitter than I am. And we met every morning. As part of his run, he increased his loop to pick me up, and we ran from my house. And he said, just walk as much as you can and just run when you feel like it. By day 3, and this is a shocking confession, day 3, I was able to run 5K with just 2 short breaks, and absolutely blown away with that sudden progress. But of course, it was way too much too soon. I've never run in my life. I wasn't ever, you know, I'd avoid PE like the plague at school. So I came home with an Achilles heel injury. And to this day, 3 weeks later, I've still got a blooming bandage on my leg. So luckily I didn't rip it. So I'm starting to walk again, which I haven't been able to do, which will explain some of the weight gain recently. And I intend to start that running again, because I can tell you now, well, I think you might actually be able to see with one of these graphs. Yes, you can see there, 13th of April 2017, I got down to 1.1 pounds. That is what running does. My BMI was 23.5 there. My weight dropped significantly. My fat mass dropped significantly. all because of running. You start running, you start using up those fat stores. It's an incredible thing. And the NHS has something called C25K. I don't know if you've heard of this. It's an app and it's called Couch to 5K, and it's designed for pretty much anyone of any fitness level. And yeah, check it out, download it. It's an app, it's free, and they will get you running. And I swear, I walk normally and the walking does some great stuff, but I was able to do a 5K loop in half an hour, and I'm not joking. When I came back, I was radiant with energy and positivity, and I was so much more productive, and I felt smug. Yeah, I did. I'd done a run, and if I wanted to have a digestive with a coffee mid-morning, I didn't feel bad about it because I had 600 calories in the bank that I'd burnt up that morning. So it was absolutely amazing. So I'm definitely, soon as my ankle's better, my plan is to get running again. Okay, I always go on. I know I go on with these things, but I need some suggestions here because I'm really struggling on my own. Obvious thing is I should be in contact with Alevere. I should be doing regular weigh-ins with them. I should probably be buying just sachets from them and doing my diet that way. But in order to do the Alevere thing, it's quite a commitment to drive down every week and get weighed in and all of that stuff. So I don't know what the deal's going to be. I've still got 17 sachets left that are all still in date that I could work my way through. Maybe even use the swap box and just get, because I know what I like. I don't think I would be jumping straight back into mushroom soups or anything like that. Or I could look at doing, you know, the 5-2 diets, the Eat Fast, Live Longer diet. I don't know if you saw that Michael Mosley documentary. There's a lot of benefits in that. And we've done Alevere, or I've done Alevere. I know a lot of you have. You get used to living on very low calories. Now, if you're doing that only 2 days a week, apparently the science behind it is that it's enough to shrink your tummy so you get full quicker. Therefore, you don't eat as much as you normally would on the days off, the 5-2, and you just do the 600 calories for those 2 days. And there are companies set up that will deliver meals to your home that are within the 600 limit, or will deliver shakes that you just live on for those 2 days. And I think that might work. It just seems so boring that for the rest of my life, I'm going to have to be on some 2 days a week living off milkshakes. I don't know. I don't know. I'm a bit down on my uppers with the whole thing. Weighing myself this morning and measuring myself for the first time, I knew those shirts didn't fit. I knew the 32-inch jeans were so tight it was ridiculous. But I didn't realise I'd done quite as much as I have. You know, a third of what I'd managed to achieve, just over a third of what I've achieved, I've already put back. Now, I'd expect a bounce back. I expected a bounce back to maybe 13 stone. I think at 13 stone, somewhere between 12, 10 and 13 stone, that's my happy place. All my clothes fit. I feel I have more confidence, and it is ridiculous. I doubt anyone would even notice £10 difference in me. But it's about how you feel, and that's what this is all about, isn't it? And it's about how you feel at certain angles of your body, and you know, the clothes that you wear that you feel confident in. Oh, it's boring, isn't it? But if you're watching this, you get it. Okay, so I will update you again soon because something has to happen, and this video thing really helps me. It felt weird getting the tripod out and everything again today. It kind of brought back the old memories, and it was really exciting doing Alevere. It was so energizing doing these every week and having great things to report. So this is the first one I've done, which is, let's face it, a little bit miserable. So sorry about that. But if you think Alevere's a miracle fix-all and you can go back to McDonald's afterwards and you'll never put on weight, that is not the case. I haven't done McDonald's, that said, but yeah, I did Pizza Hut with the kids last weekend. I had a Five Guys. You know, I am not holding back at all. And yes, there was chocolate at Easter. Of course, there's chocolate all the time in the house now. I don't know how I've managed to fall off the wagon so spectacularly, but I guess that's deep within my subconscious that if there's food available, crikey, I was eating the kids' rusks the other day. It's weird. I suppose it's kind of like being an alcoholic and having a bottle of gin in the cupboard. If I see food and I feel a little bit hungry or feel that I've done a really good job on something because I worked from home, I'll go in, have my coffee and think, oh yeah, you deserve a little biscuit, Nick. Have a rusk. and I'm sat at a computer all day. So that rust just goes straight to the love handles. Brilliant. Anyway, I really am going to wrap it up now. Give me your thoughts, give me your comments, give me some positive encouragement, and I'll update you just as soon as I can. Wouldn't it be wonderful if the 6-month mark in 2 weeks I was able to come back to you with some weight loss? That's probably too soon. Maybe it'll be a bit longer than that, but I'm not going to leave it 5.5 months again. So thanks ever so much for watching, as always. And if you're on the same journey, good luck. And let's stick together. Let's try and keep this weight off. And if you're on the Alevere journey, crikey, you've got to do it to get here. And then the hard bit is keeping it off. But it's not as hard as you'd think, hopefully. As I say, one stone isn't 3 stones, so it's not all back, is it? Okay, speak to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.